It's 10:45 on Friday, I think. And up here in the top of Stratton Mountain, this is what many people consider to be the birthplace of the AT. It's said that Benton Mackay had his vision of the AT while sitting on top of this mountain. And that was in the 1920s, I believe. Pretty cool. See, that's the caretaker's house down there. We met her. It's nice. This is it's all windowed up, so the wind doesn't get in. Pretty cool views. Not really sure what most of these mountains are, but there's a few of them that are labeled here. Monadnock Mountain, New Hampshire, way out there. Pretty neat. And some ski areas over there. You can see inside that mountain. Pretty neat. It's about 4,000 feet. Pretty tired. Been out for a while, hiking a while, and I'm ready to go into town. I'm pretty smoked. So going into Manchester Center today. Got to get a resupply, get laundry done, go to the outfitter, and go by the post office. So lots of town chores. So yeah, there's Greylock way out there, that tall mountain in Massachusetts. Just there a few days ago. Pretty neat. All right. Be back soon. All right. It's 12:30 on Thursday, August 20th, and I just left Manchester Center, Vermont, and did about a 1,200 foot climb, or almost done with it. I'm actually walking now up to the top. This is a some kind of ski resort. Not sure what it's called, but this is one of the ski runs that they use in the wintertime. I'm sure that makes it very difficult to hike the trail at that period, but it's so cold. I can't imagine too many people would be up here in the winter hiking. I'm sure there's a few, but yeah, pretty cool. Got 3 days, 2.5 days to get into Killington, and then from there the trail goes another couple days into Hanover, New Hampshire, where I'll resupply and get ready for the whites. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll be back when I get to the top. Alright, here we are at the top, and there's the lift. I don't know if you can hear me, it's really windy up here. An awesome view. Yahoo! I think that's north that way. You can see really tall mountains there in the background. I think that's probably New Hampshire. So this is Bromley. Bromley Mountain. I think we're at the top there. Hard to tell. It's 3:20 on Saturday, August 22nd, and I am at the peak of Mount Killington Mountain. Yeah, it's probably one of the tallest peaks in Vermont. It's got to be up there. It's over 4,000 feet. Pretty tough climb up here, about a 2,000-foot climb from the bottom. We did it in about 35 minutes. That lady over there is drinking a beer, and I'm very jealous. Not a bad view, though. Definitely crowded.
Yeah. I passed by like 9 or 10 people on the way down when I was trying to go up. There's just everyone coming down.
All right, it's Monday, August 26th, and I'm up here on top of a mountain at 2,600 feet, and it's really cool up here. It's a really nice view. 360 degrees. North is this way, so 30 miles, under 30 miles now, I think, to New Hampshire. Gonna stop in Hanover to resupply. What's up?
What's up?
Yahoo. Yeah. Very peaceful. Slight breeze. It's about 70, mid 70s, low 70s. Really comfortable. Got some easy miles coming up, and then it's gonna get hard again, so gonna get moving. See you soon. All right, Tuesday, August 26th, 2:40 p.m. We're in West Hartford, and Yahoo is about to jump off this bridge into this water. And man, I bet it's gonna be cold. Woo! Oh! Ouch! All right, 12 o'clock on Saturday, August 29th, and I'm hiking here in New Hampshire, day 3, and this is the view. Stayed up near a fire tower last night, and it was pretty chilly. Got down into the low 50s, up at 3,300 feet. Just over 1,800 feet now, and climbed up a little bit, and that's my route today. The next 4 miles or so, gonna go over here and then climb up to the top of that, and then down the backside to water. It's about 4.5 miles. Got Moose Lock coming up tomorrow. Should be pretty cool. It's I think the first real mountain, real tough mountain in New Hampshire, and it kind of is the start of the whites. I'm not sure if the whites technically start before or after Moose Lock, but and they may as well start before because it's pretty tough. And then that goes on for about 100 miles or so, and pretty excited to get started. Looks like we're going to have some good weather, at least for the first part of it. Very low percentage chance of rain in the forecast, and it's supposed to be pretty warm this weekend. Today's Saturday. I think it's supposed to get up into the low 80s, at least in town, and then tomorrow, Sunday, I think it's supposed to get up into the mid to high 80s, so should be good weather for our first part. And yeah, not a lot else going on. Everything's going as good as it can, I guess. And just gonna keep hiking, and we'll be back soon. All right, it's 10 till 1 on Sunday, August 30th, and getting ready to climb Mount Moose Lock. Been excited for it all day. One of those mountains that I had circled on my map well in advance of my trip, and you can see up there, that's the top. That's where I'll be walking. It's about 5 miles or so, 4 or 5 miles to the top from here. 3,800 feet from the bottom. Currently at about 1,500 feet elevation. Quick raspberry snack.
Oh yeah.
Look at them.
Huge.
Yeah. Some apple trees, maybe. Oh. Got only about 8 or 9 miles left to do today. Going into town to resupply and take a break before we hit the whites full on. After you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Moose Lock Summit 3.9. I will be back at some point, maybe before the top. See you then. All right, 3:15, 4,575 feet. Oh, it's taken me 2 hours and 15 minutes so far to climb up about 3,400 feet with a couple of breaks for food and water. Right now, I'm just on this ridge line that leads up to the summit of Mount Moose Lock, and I had a good view of it a second ago. See if we can get another one here. Yeah, there it is. There's the summit up there. This has been a really tough climb. It's the longest climb I think I've done so far on the entire trail, certainly the most elevation gain. There's Yahoo. Almost there, buddy. Picture town on the summit of Mount Moose Lock. degrees with a wind chill probably 55 on the warmest day that they've had in a long time, though.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
We're not out of it yet.
No. For our first foray into the whites, though,
It's a lot better than the other welcome hikes we've had.
pretty awesome. Just mountains as far as you can see.
We have Dick Sanders.
Alright, 10 a.m., September 1st. Stayed at the Eliza Brook shelter last night, down in the Gap, and climbed 2,000 feet this morning up to the summit of, what is this, Kinsman Mountain?
Yeah, we're on the southern notch.
Southern notch of Kinsman Mountain.
Northern is just right there.
Tough climb, but
So we've already
amazing view.
It's eye level too. This over here to be swimming.
Is that Moosalok?
I can only assume.
It's got to be, right?
This mountain's actually shorter than.
Yeah, that's nice to look. Just have big billboards on them. This should have an hour. Do that. Just stars.
Unbelievable.
We found $1 million idea.
It was actually up on one of the fire tower. Up on
Alright, we're here at Lonesome Lake Hut. First hut on the AT. It's 2:20, Tuesday, September 1st. About 2,800 feet. And just got through having a nice meal. We got lucky. Myself, Zephyr, Hoot, and Yahoo got in at the right time, and she was giving away the leftovers, so we had some manicotti, and I think that's what that was, wasn't it? Like the shells?
Yeah, some shells.
Shells and mashed potatoes and salad and peas. And I had a bowl of minestrone soup, which was awesome. So she said this hut holds like 43 people. But tonight only about 25 are staying. And the lake down there, pretty cool. Lonesome Lake. It's freaking awesome. Big mountain in the background, I think. That might be Lafayette, I think. Not really sure. Backside, this is one of the bunkhouses. Looks like everything's solar powered. Howdy. Another bunkhouse up there. How's the privy?
That's pretty good.
Looks like all the buildings. But yeah, it was a really good experience thus far. I had heard some not so great things about the huts to through hikers, but first one so far, success. Very nice. Not a bad view either.
Probably heard me also talk about eating at the campsite and talking about Thursday.
All right, 10 o'clock on Tuesday, September 2nd, up on Franconia Ridge. This is Little Haystack Mountain.
Yeah, I know there were a few.
And a little bit hazy this morning, but I'll do the 360. We came from that way. That's Mount Lincoln up there. And down there is Lonesome Lake, where we were yesterday. The hut's right behind it, the Lonesome Lake hut. And we walked down into the gap, Franconia Gap, and then we walked up this ridge and up here. So just kind of making a big U shape. I don't know if that's Lincoln up there or if that's Lafayette. It may be Lafayette. One of them's Lincoln's first though.
That's probably Lincoln. That's probably Lafayette.
Yeah. All right, up on top of Mount Lafayette, 5,300 feet or so. Top's actually up there. We'll just walk down a little bit. You can see the ski slopes over there. And then the valley. And not sure if you can make it out or not, but that, I believe, is Mount Washington. It's the only peak that I can see that's taller than where we are now, which is, we're pretty up there. I think Lafayette's the second tallest peak on the AT and the Whites, so that one looks to be a good bit taller. And it's about the right distance, so that's my guess. Could be wrong, but trying to do about 13 miles today. We'll see if that happens or not. I'm sure we can do at least 13, but there's not a lot of good camping options. The shelter is a mile off the trail, the Galehead shelter, and that's not very appealing to any of the crew here, so we may just try to stealth. But problem with stealthing in the Whites, even though there are spots, is there's not a lot of spots together. You can find enough space for one, maybe two tents, so we might be spread out tonight and then just meet back up tomorrow. We're going down into the gap, Cooper's Gap. No, it starts with a C. Crawford Gap, I think that's it. And might try to do a small resupply and do the 25 to Gorham, New Hampshire, which is about 10 miles off the trail, and we'll do a full resupply there, more than likely. I think they've got an outfit or two, perhaps, so I know there's a couple of us that need to go get some things. Hasn't been windy since we've been up here. Not bad, at least. And of course, as I start recording, the wind picks up. So it's probably a little staticky. Really cool rock cairns. And here, and up there, so you know where to go. The whites are not blazed very well, so it can be a little confusing sometimes where you're supposed to go. Usually you can figure it out, but and there's signs as well. It's pretty amazing up here. Haven't seen the video yet, but I know that it won't do justice to these views. They're just spectacular. Probably the best views that I've seen so far on the trail, so it's pretty amazing. Has some pretty good views in the Smokies. It's definitely close. These views are a little bit different though, because it's all exposed. You're above the tree line, and the mountains just look different. Like, you don't see anything like that in the Smokies with that huge sheer rock face. It's like something you'd expect to see out west in the Rockies or Western Mountains. I think we've got Mount Garfield next, so Little Haystack, Mount Lincoln, Mount Lafayette, and then Mount Garfield coming up. We're gonna stop there and get some water. It says there's a pond, so and check that out. All right, just wanted everybody to see the trail and the view. This is the trail. It's hard to get depth perception and tell how steep it is, but it's like straight down, and it's a waterfall, or water source rather. Pretty insane. Just straight down the side of the mountain. Great view though. It's up 7/17, September 2nd, Tuesday, here at the hut, and doing a little bit of work for Stay. The crew's over there eating dinner right now, so we're waiting on them to finish, and we're gonna probably clean up the leftovers. Myself, Zephyr, and Hoot and Yahoo gonna finish up all the food, and then probably do some chores, and then we're gonna sleep inside. So they were really cool to let us do that. I left my trekking poles out here, so you need to go look for those. Pretty awesome views. Up at 4,000 feet.
We won't be here tomorrow. But we have a feast tomorrow. Yeah. We're gonna have burgers on the farm.
Pretty awesome. Those are the bunk rooms. And then this is the Galehead hut. Alright, I'm gonna go get some food and get to work.